in Philadelphia, PA. Today we have got a good one in store as part of our John Madden Thanksgiving celebration series.
Alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you?
Yeah.
Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
Had an up-and-down rookie season, but at times definitely showed exactly why he was so highly regarded coming out of college. Threw for 20 touchdowns as a rookie, but expects to take a massive leap with his new head coach Ben Johnson calling plays and designing the offense.
Caleb going to throw right away. He's got this complete to Burden.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Now a guy who went to prep school right here in Philly, DeAndre Swift.
He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Here's Williams.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept them short of a first down on first and second down. And then on third down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
Here comes the Bears punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Led his team to one of the best regular seasons in the NFL last season, but really elevated his play during the postseason, and once again was a monster in the Super Bowl. He's led his team to at least 11 wins in each of the last 3 seasons. He doesn't expect this year to be any different.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, but that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Hurts.
Smith catches left side. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 39-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that nearly an interception here on its opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for the Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 49 yards. And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stump it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off by a receiving touchdown from Saquon Barkley. Touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. Nifty move. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan there on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves job that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go. That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. To the air, Williams. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Well, that one hurts. I mean, it was 3rd down, of course, but now the penalty, and we're back to first down.
Yeah, it hurts momentum in a big way, and they built that up here in the early going. Now, that leaves the opposition with a first down. That's a mistake you don't want to make at this point in the game.
He'll get that complete to his tight end command. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
This 2nd and 4. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Looking to throw is Williams. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
To throw, it's Williams. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again.
And they do get it down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Throwing is Williams.
Now he's going to... And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Caleb Williams
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Bears are an extra point away from drawing level.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown, 66 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped? They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Elliott on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy two-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. To throw, Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll go play action here with Williams. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
Holding offense.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
He'll get this into the hands of Adunze. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Third down at 6. Operating from the gun, Williams. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule it out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense and running back Saquon Barkley ready to get going again. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him, because he is eating them up right now. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. The hitter here is complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because He really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7.
At the 48-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Back to throw again. His short throw caught by Goddard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, 15 yards. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Elliott now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A drive that time of 6 plays and was polished off by the touchdown run from the 16-yard line. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Well, now how about this return? And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. The Chicago offense set to get started. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Williams. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Second down and a little more than a yard here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pass caught by Burden. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Chicago.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Williams. A pass complete to Odunze. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Eagles' 37-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this off to Swift. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
This short throw caught by Goddard. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
From the 43, here's 2nd and a couple.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown.
And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
From the gun, it's Hurts. He'll try and do this himself.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Bottom line is that he is just something else as a runner, because there are not many QBs in this league who can rip off a game that big, and he did it with the defense giving him a little extra attention after he hit him on a run earlier this series.
Hurts.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And now it's blocked. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. Looking to put a drive together.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
And you start to think, if it's going to happen for these guys, it's got to start with this drive. Down 3 scores, they need to start making some inroads. And that'll help the cause there as they pick up good yardage and a first down.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Throw right side, taken in by Odunze. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
On first and 10, it's Swift to the 27-yard line.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Ball on the 27. Here's second down and 5. Here's Williams. He's got this complete to Burden. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. This is Swift on the counter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A nice stick and stop for a loss here from Jalen Phillips.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a third and 4. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal.
First and goal, Chicago.
To the air, Williams. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. Pass to the right side, caught by Burden. Touchdown, Bears! Luther Burden from 3 yards out. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
Now the point after try for Santos. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the end result is a Bears touchdown.
touchdown. Here's Santos to kick this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Wide receiver A.J. Brown, you see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They'll start by running the option to run. Hurts fumbles it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. They trail by 2 scores in the fourth, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. A time to see what this offense has left in the tank. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. From the gun, here's Swift.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Once again, it's Swift.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was right for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Santos' kick is up and through.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away.
And he returns this to the 22. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Quick throw there is incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player, and it appears to be Devontae Smith who's having some problems here. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So now the Bears down 27-20, 2:18 on the clock. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. On play action, here's Williams. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and now it winds up incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom their chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. To throw, it's Williams. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I think we're both wondering if we were going to see them try to push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint.
They have to beg the Philly faithful to make noise on their feet for 3rd down. Throwing is Williams. He's going to try and go deep again. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Rome Odunze, 71 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
The receivers have been running them ragged, maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to it, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That ties the game.
So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. This crowd, boy, in a state of shock. What was once safely in hand is now a tie game as the kick is away here. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Eagles offense and the veteran A.J. Brown set to go to work once more. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. This is 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Into the hands of Cooper. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Here's second down. Throwing is Hurts. And that's complete to Brown. And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as the tackle made up near the 35. What do you think? Play this safe? Just worry about getting to OT?
Yeah, don't make any risky throws. It's going to change the outcome. But if anyone slips, take the big shot.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's first and 10 now. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
But just over a minute to go in the football game. Second and 10. They go play action with Hurts. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Incomplete. Brings up third down and 10.
And now a tough spot here. This is third and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now fourth down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made, in my estimation.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Pulled in at the 24. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
At the 39-yard line.
Now second down and a few inches. Swift going to try up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Williams from the gun on third down. That is caught. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Santos now to add the PAT. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. The touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get him in the end zone. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good, solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Cannot finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
And he's in for the touchdown with the clock reading triple zeros. And the extra point, if they hit it, will send this thing to overtime.
Well, there's no doubt they just seized the momentum with that one. They can go ahead and kick the extra point here and ride that home wave on into overtime.
And now the decision is to go for two. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Well, there's no doubt this is going to be talked about.